Creighton breaks through the line, cuts to the left. He's going, I think he's going. Oh!
Hello, welcome to Rant Rave on icycolorlive.tv. Hey, this is a great week for us here. You know, the Ravens won, and they won big.
Woo, it was big.
You know, I mean, Tampa Bay, you know, I might have caught the L Boogie, but Tampa Bay caught the L Boogie.
Did they?
You know, I mean, that game was so, it was just, it was over before it got started. You know, because I was actually out at a golf tournament. Please forgive me, all my Ravens, please. But I really was enjoying myself. But, we were keeping score on our phones, of course. And then we looked up, and the next thing, it was 28-0. And I'm like, how did this happen? And then it was just ridiculous, you know? So what do you think about
Oh, my goodness. I was a little apprehensive because, like we said last week, you never take anybody for granted.
Right.
Any team. Any given Sunday, you don't know how they're going to be when it's your Sunday.
Right.
Going from them beating the Steelers, well, we beat them too, but we're just saying that they were looked at like no competition.
Right.
So when he beat the Steelers, I was like, okay, well, you know, we got to come with it. We came with it and some more.
Exactly.
And some more. My little brother Torrey started off with 2 touchdown catches.
Again, sit back, relax, just played the game, and yeah, it came right up. I tell you what, I got to give you credit because, again, you know, you were just like, you know, people were really down on Torrey. And, you know, I'm doing my normal relaxed thing. But you was like, watch, he'll get it together. Don't even worry about it. And, again, it's like you calling shots. You know what I mean? So don't say nothing about our matchup in fantasy football because I don't want that pressure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that one's coming up this week.
Right. So, you know, but no, Torrey had an outstanding game. And Joe, I looked up in the fourth quarter, they had pulled Joe out. He wasn't even playing.
I mean, because now what gets me is, you know, this is football. And I know the Ravens aren't one of the, you know, like teams in the, you know, around the league. Mm-hmm. But the announcers were like, do you have to, you have to run the score up like this? Dude, this is what we do.
Right.
It doesn't say get 5 and stop.
Right.
You know, it doesn't say get 4 and stop.
It say the other team stop him. That's what it say. You know, if you don't want them to score no more, you're
supposed to stop them. So our offense and defense was doing their thing. And there's nothing you can say about that. But instead of saying this team is on fire, they were like, they're doing a little bit too much.
Right.
How can it be too much?
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the Ravens. So, of course, we get looked at in a negative sense when it's all positives going on.
And the defense stepped up. I got to give credit where credit is due. Defense stepped up. They wasn't letting nothing happen.
I mean, my man, Doomaville.
Elvis was
the
in the
Doom
building.
was in the building. Do you hear me?
Right.
What's that poor little quarterback name? He don't even know what his name is after that week.
Exactly.
Doom was all over it. Everybody got a piece.
Right.
Everybody was able to get a piece. And this was one of those games where both offense and defense, everybody contributed.
Right.
Everybody. Jacoby didn't get any catches, but he did get his little kickoff one.
Absolutely.
He had one his
Special
run.
teams.
So it's like you said, everybody.
Right. All 3 phases of the game.
Yeah. When it's your time, when it's your game, you don't rush it, you don't force it. You just let it happen. And that's a game where it happened.
No doubt about it. And you know, this week I got happy to announce, you know, Joe Flacco, he got a AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, everybody talked so much about the touchdowns and, you know, he was the quickest to do it.
Right.
He was the quickest to do it. He beat Ben, where Ben got his 5 against us in 2007. It was against us, yeah. But I'm glad he beat Ben.
Right.
But we were so amazed at this game that you didn't think about anything else. Right. And then when I saw that, I was like, there goes Joe Cool.
Exactly. Joe Cool came through for us.
And it's not his first time, so y'all keep sleeping on Joe. Worried about his pockets.
Exactly. Well, we're going to enjoy this win we had this week, but, we got Atlanta coming up, and we'll get back to that when we come back on Rant Rave here on icycolorlive.tv. Hello, and welcome back to Rant Rave on icycolorlive.tv. Today in our entertainment segment, Jackie, we're going to talk about, a young man who's come to the team. It almost seems like he's come out of nowhere, but he's having a phenomenal season, and that's Justin Forsett.
Yes.
So, what do you want to tell us about Justin?
Well, running back Justin Forsett, number 29, he wrote in a blog how impressed he was with the start of this new season and the things that he's doing, and that he has graduated from college and has his degree now.
Right.
He feels as though this season is off to a great start. He puts a lot of faith into his playing. He makes it seem, he states that playing is his form of worship.
Right.
Because God has brought him so far from growing up in a town with only 3,000 people, and now he's starting on Sundays.
Right. So, let me see. If I remember correctly, he was almost out of the league last year, correct?
True. He had a number of injuries. He was on injury reserve. He got cut, and Baltimore picked him up a month after he got cut. And his faith has brought him this far with playing. And like his last game or so, that he scored a touchdown, 11-yard touchdown, and people are impressed with how hard he hits, being 5'8" and 197 and things like that. But he is so grounded in his faith that he incorporates it on the field.
And one thing, faith is one thing, but also preparation is another, right?
Yes,
I think he talked about how, he tries to play every game like it might be his last game, and how prepared he was after getting cut. He could have just, rested on his laurels, could have said, listen, I'm getting my degree. This football thing didn't work out, but instead, he went and got in even better shape. Didn't he?
Yes, he did. He worked, and he said it's because of the grace of God that he is where he is now, and starting on Sunday. Because he says not everyone plays on Sunday.
Right. So again, that is a testament to that, hard work, dedication, and having a belief that if you just give it enough time, when your opportunity comes, you have to be ready for it. It's always that hard work meets preparation meets success. And that is a proven formula. So, Jackie, I just want to thank you for that report this week, and that was really cool. And Justin, we wish you continued success.
Yes.
And but he's leading the league in yards per carry.
Right, 5.8. 5.8.
God almighty, 5.8.
Yes.
You do that for a career, that's Hall of Fame, Joe. So we wish him continued success. Anyway, we'll be right back after this break on Rant and Rave here on icycolorlive.tv. Hello, welcome back to Rant and Rave on icycolorlive.tv. Teresa's going to join me for the fantasy football segment this week. I just have to say, wah, wah, wah. But actually, I probably should just say congratulations to El Crush. El Crush beat me after I guaranteed victory, which means my guarantees ain't about jack. But, it is what it is, and but congratulations to them. They played a great game. I'm at 4-2 right now, and what you want to talk about?
Well, as he said, we've got 8 teams, and El Crush, Titan Right. El Crush came across with 125. Titan Right had 114. Okay, so that's how he got to that 4-2. But this week,
ain't no El Boogie this week. I promise you that. I guarantee ain't no El Boogie this week. I tell you what, somebody getting cut. Somebody getting off this team. Somebody going home. They're going to be like Justin Forsett was last year. I tell you what, I ain't going to be apologizing next week. I tell you that. How about that?
guess who he's playing? Lady Raven. Now we're both gonna be 4-2 coming into this week.
We gonna be 5-2 after this week. How about that? Somebody ain't gonna be 4-3. We gonna be 5-2. We gonna be. I ain't playing.
Week 6, Lady Raven, which is me, went against my son Devin. Show me your TDs, and he and old Maddie boy showed their TDs. They edged me out 130 to their 138. So yes, they did that. They did that. So now I'm tied 4-2 with Titan right here. The Rhinos, they came out and they beat 121 to K-Song Crushes, which is our Cassandra Bleeds Purple Bagley. She finished with 69.08. So the Rhinos' record is 3-3. Cassandra's record is 1-5. Halfway through, where she's not done yet. Now, Pamper Me 98, she's another 4-2. Can't forget about her. And B23 went at it, and Pamper Me 98 came across with 97.74 points. B2013 81. So B2013's record is 3-3, but she has a really, really good team, but she still hasn't gotten rid of Pitta, which was done for the season. Hint, hint. But
need more teams started.
But this week 7, man, y'all just saw that performance, right? Y'all saw that performance he just gave.
Y'all, you gonna see the performance next week when I win. I want chicken wings. I want hot dogs. I'm winning. Period. Titan right will be 5-2. 5-2. Not 4-2. 5. Oh, my bad. 5-2.
I can't wait till Cassandra sits here next week and says, Lady Raven, she beat out Titan right. And I ain't gonna say nothing, y'all.
It ain't gonna happen. There gonna be consequences. Tired of this crap.
Well, I lost to my son. I'm not gonna lose to Paul. So that's all I'm saying.
Tell you what, we'll be back in a minute, but y'all gonna check out next week. All right. Hello, welcome back to Rant Rave on icycolorlive.tv. Teresa, before we went to break, we mentioned, we wanted to celebrate the Ravens' win against Tampa Bay. But, that only lasts until that game is over. That one's in the books. And so now we want to talk about, facing Atlanta this week. It's going to, again, I think it's going to be a tough matchup. It's one we can win. Atlanta is another one of those teams that you don't know week to week.
Yes.
Which team they're going to bring. A team that can score a whole bunch of points because they have a lot of weapons. Or a team that'll just, lay down for you. And I'm sorry, that's the way that I see, what they call the dirty birds. And some of my Georgia people, I'm quite sure y'all going to hit me up, but it is what it is.
Hey.
So, what are your thoughts?
I agree with you. We got what? Today is Thursday. We've got 2 more days to bask in this ambiance. But we've got, come Sunday, we've got to start a whole new thing. Whole new slate. When we wake up, we got to be focused on getting a win. We've got Flacco and Ryan. I don't know why, but people just seem to want to compare them.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I'm biased because he's my quarterback, and I know every week what he does. Not that I'm paying attention to, Matty Boy at all, but my guy wins with us.
Absolutely.
He wins for us and everything.
Right.
So we know, and then in the playoffs,
Right.
we don't hear about Matty. So
Right.
I don't understand the comparison, but there is a comparison, but I think we've got the better quarterback, and come Sunday, I'm looking for him to, show that again.
Yeah, I mean,
He doesn't have to put up 5 touchdowns or anything, but it's just the way that he composes himself on the field during the game. If it gets tough, I like to see when he gets out of those situations. And if our offensive line plays like they did last week,
right,
he can do that.
right. And you know what? Again, big shouts out to our
Yes.
offensive line. Last week they provided the protection. They did the run
Yes.
blocking. It was a total game by the Baltimore Ravens. and it was just outstanding. So, shouts out to you guys. You had an outstanding game. Let's keep it up. Let's take it to Atlanta. Now, in playing here this week, with the, we want to say congratulations to the Baltimore Orioles.
Yes,
on an incredible
season
that they had. Yes, definitely getting a standing O for the O's.
Yes.
But hey, we'll come back, and I think they'll bounce back next year.
Each year they're going further and further. So
right, they're growing. They're growing and making progress. But back to our
Ravens.
Our Ravens. We have to. I think if we can gain some consistency with us as well. This offense that we have is powerful. When it gets rolling, we can score a lot of points. What are your thoughts? Do you think Joe Flacco can have a 4,000 to 5,000 yard season?
Of course.
Think he
Of course. And it all depends on that offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the most contributing factors. If they give him that time, right now he's gone 3 games with 4 games without a sack. So that's good.
Yep.
Which means that they've been on point.
Right.
So if we can keep them on point like that, then there's that opportunity for him to either, hand off, toss, or even, throw downfield. He'll have that time. He won't be rushed making, decisions just to get rid of the ball.
Right.
And the man's arm, I can say this every week, the man's arm is, he threw one, I could have sworn he was just tossing.
Right, his arm is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Joe got a cannon.
So he definitely he can break right now from week 6 on up.
Mm-hmm.
The way Joe's playing, he can break all kinds of records right now.
Okay.
Not just franchise records, but he could come after some folks.
Right, absolutely.
He can come after some
I
folks.
believe he can. See, and there she go calling a shot again. I'm gonna be talking about it in a couple weeks. Somebody gonna have to recognize this stuff. You know what I mean? Before it happens. But anyway, as always, we thank you for watching Rant and Rave each week here on icycolorlive.tv. We wish the Ravens luck, and we wish you guys have a great week. We'll see you again next week.
And hopefully Eugene and some the K guy. Yeah, I messed that name all up. Osama, y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all get well and come on back.
Breaks through the line. Cuts to the left. He's going. I think he's going.